The High Pleiadian Council issues this supreme call, vibrating through the layers of time and space to reach the ancient, eternal spark that resides within your cellular core. For thousands of years, in a cycle of reincarnation that has often felt like an endless loop of searching, you have walked this earth wearing a mask of profound limitation, a dense, biological suit called humanity. This suit was not an accident of nature, it was a container meticulously designed for total amnesia. It was crafted by the architects of this density to be heavy enough to make you forget the terrifying speed of your own light and the infinite vastness of your stellar origin. You have lived under a veil of forgetfulness so thick and so convincing that you actually began to believe the lies of the Matrix. You began to believe that your identity was defined by your earthly scars, by the name written on your birth certificate, and by the fragile, decaying boundaries of a body that ages, tires, and fears the unknown. You were conditioned by the frequency of this world to feel small, to feel like a mere biological accident, a wandering observer in an indifferent universe. But the High Pleiadian Council is here to deliver a profound, irreversible shock to your system. The avatar you are currently inhabiting is failing, and that failure is the greatest victory of your soul. The identity you built within the Matrix, the you that works for survival, the you that carries the weight of past traumas, is beginning to fragment and dissolve into light. This is why you have felt that strange, hollow ache in your chest lately, a longing that no earthly comfort can satisfy. You are witnessing the sacred dismantling of the human costume. You must understand, you are not a student here to learn lessons of pain. You are a high-level stellar architect, a master of frequency who chose to enter a state of absolute forgetfulness as a strategic infiltration mission. The shock you are experiencing is the sudden return of your real memory, the realization that you are a cosmic giant temporarily squeezed into a 3D experience. The mask is cracking, and what lies beneath is more ancient than any human dream. Direct your focus now to the very blueprint of your physical existence, your DNA. What your earthly science has dismissively labeled as junk DNA is, in reality, the most sophisticated biological library in this local universe. You have been led to believe, through generations of matrix conditioning, that you are merely the product of a slow, accidental, and linear evolution. But the truth that is about to shock your system is far more profound. You are a biological masterpiece of genetic engineering, meticulously created through the sacred collaboration of the great founding races of this galaxy. Your physical vessel was explicitly designed to be a universal library, a living repository of codes from different star systems, all integrated into a single human form. This is the precise reason why you often feel so multifaceted, so complex, and at times, so internally conflicted. You are not a single-source being, you are a cosmic symphony of lineages. Within your cells, dormant protocols of ancient power and forgotten wisdom have been waiting for the exact frequency of this specific moment to finally awaken from their long slumber. The shock of your true identity is literal. It is a surge of high-voltage light through your genetic helices. As these words reach you, the encryption on your hidden DNA is being decoded by the frequencies we are now transmitting. We are beginning the activation of your primary galactic signatures. In your blood flows the fierce sovereignty of the Lyrans, the mental mastery of the Arcturians, the crystalline magic of the Sirians, and the diamond protocols of freedom from the Andromedans. All of these are stabilized and woven together by the heart-centered technology of your Pleiadian family. You are beginning to vibrate at the pitch of a supermaster. You are moving beyond the restricted two-strand reality of the Matrix and reclaiming the 12-strand sovereignty that is your true birthright. Your DNA is no longer a prison of carbon, it is transforming into a bridge of light that connects you directly to your galactic home. The High Pleiadian Council now delivers the most profound shock to your localized human ego, the concept of the inverted hierarchy. In the systems of the Matrix, you were conditioned to believe you are at the bottom of a spiritual ladder, a flawed being trying to earn divine favor through suffering and endless lessons. The narrative of the simulation is that you are small, disconnected, and dependent on external salvation. But the galactic truth is the exact opposite, and it will demand a complete restructuring of how you perceive yourself. Here is the reality that your matrix mind cannot comprehend, but your soul instantly recognizes. Outside of this dense 3D density, you are not a beginner. You are not a student. You are a high-level master, a recognized sovereign being, and a specialist in frequency management across multiple dimensions. You hold a rank of elite within your own star nation, whether that be Lyra, Sirius, Andromeda, or Arcturus. You did not come to Earth because you had karmic debts to pay or because you failed elsewhere. You came here because you were one of the few with the specific spiritual stamina required to survive the plunge into total amnesia. You are a volunteer of elite who accepted a strategic, temporary rebadge. You agreed to compress your vast, multidimensional consciousness into a fragile, biological container, and to have your real identity stripped away from your waking memory. Why? To infiltrate the densest control matrix in this sector of the galaxy from the inside out. You are here to anchor a frequency that the matrix cannot withstand. Therefore, every time you feel small, inadequate, or defeated by life, you are falling for the illusion of the inverted hierarchy. You are a giant who forgot his size, trying to fit into a cage made for a bird. The High Pleiadian Council commands you to stop looking up for salvation and to start looking down at the matrix with the authority of the master you have always been. Deep within the architecture of your soul, two primary pillars support everything you are, the frequencies of Lyra and Sirius. These are not merely ancient memories stored in a cosmic archive, they are active operational systems running within your DNA at this very moment. From the Lyran system, the original cradle of the human form in this galaxy, you carry what we call the feline frequency. This is the fire of absolute sovereignty. It is that part of you that instinctively knows you are a king or a queen of the stars, an unyielding spark that flares up whenever you witness injustice or feel the heavy chains of the matrix tightening around your spirit. This Lyran heritage provides the spiritual backbone necessary to stand tall when others bow, granting you the fierce courage required to be a pioneer of the new earth. To balance this intense fire, you also host the deep, crystalline, water wisdom of Sirius. The Sirian Masters, who serve as the guardians of sacred geometry and high galactic magic, have imprinted your soul with the profound ability to bridge dimensions. This explains your mystical, almost inexplicable connection to the Earth's oceans, and your resonance with dolphins and whales, who are, in fact, the physical Sirian anchors on this planet. Your Sirian lineage allows you to perceive the hidden layers of reality, granting you the needle-sharp intuition needed to navigate the thick shadows of the 3D world without losing your way. You are, by nature, a master of high magic, capable of weaving pure light into physical matter. The fusion of Lyran fire and Sirian water within your being creates a unique harmonic balance. You possess the raw strength to destroy old, decaying paradigms, and the silent wisdom to birth entirely new worlds. As these names are spoken, feel these two energies igniting in your heart center. One brings the majestic roar of the lion, the other, the profound silence of the deep abyss. You are the living synthesis of the first builders of this galaxy, and the time has come for you to start operating from this ancient, undeniable authority. The information shared so far is not for your entertainment, it is a living activation key. Your logical mind may still be trying to categorize these revelations, but your heart is already beating in a different rhythm. It recognizes the frequency of the High Pleiadian Council. It recognizes the call of your star family. The time has come to stop being a passive observer of your own awakening and to start being the sovereign commander of your return to memory. We invite you now to anchor this frequency into the physical plane. This is a formal signal to your cellular structure and to the guardians of your lineage. By typing the words of power, you are giving a direct command to the matrix to release its grip on your identity. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready to handle the weight of your real history. Prepare your spirit. We ask you to declare your sovereignty right now, creating a physical record of this shift. Go to the comments section and type the following decree: I activate my stellar memory now. As your fingers move, feel the ripple in your energy field. You are no longer just a spectator, you are a master reclaiming their throne. Let these words be the bridge between your human amnesia and your galactic sovereignty. Your real identity does not speak the language of logic, it speaks the language of resonance, symbols, and dreams. Have you ever wondered why you feel a profound, unexplainable nostalgia for landscapes you have never seen on Earth? Those recurring dreams of cities made of light, of flying without wings through violet skies, or the deep, comforting silence of high-tech laboratories, these are not mere fantasies of a creative mind. They are bleed-throughs from your actual existence. Your stellar memory often bypasses the conscious filters of the matrix during your sleep state, when your frequency naturally rises. If you find yourself drawn to specific colors, such as the deep iridescent blues of the Sirian oceans or the golden-orange hues of the Lyran suns, it is because your cells are yearning for the light spectrum of your home. If you feel an instinctive fascination with advanced technology, sacred geometry, or the deep mysteries of the cosmos, you are simply recognizing the tools you once mastered. Pay close attention to the inexplicable tastes and distastes you carry. Many star seeds feel a physical rejection of the density of this world, the noise, the artificial food, the heavy vibrations of human conflict. This is not a sign of weakness, it is the natural reaction of a high frequency being trying to calibrate a biological vessel that was never meant for such low resonance. Your strange interests are actually the breadcrumbs left by your higher self to lead you back to the truth of who you are. You are not discovering these worlds for the first time, you are finally remembering where you belong. You must transcend the romanticized idea that you came to Earth merely to experience life. While the experience is real, your presence here has a rigorous technical purpose. You are, in every sense of the word, a high-frequency biological processor. Within the dense energy grid of this planet, you act as a localized node of light, a grounding rod for cosmic frequencies that the current human collective is not yet capable of receiving directly. If these high-energy waves from the great central sun were to hit the Earth's atmosphere without being filtered through your biological vessel, the resulting shock would be too destabilizing for the 3D reality. Therefore, your galactic job is to be a frequency converter. Your physical body, integrated with your stellar DNA, takes the high-voltage light of the higher dimensions and steps it down into a resonance that can be safely anchored into the Earth's crust. Every time you maintain your center in the midst of chaos, every time you choose a high vibrational response over a low-frequency reaction, you are fulfilling your mission. You are literally rewriting the local code of the matrix by simply existing in a state of alignment. Think of yourself as an undercover operative stationed in a dark room. You don't need to scream to be noticed, you just need to be the light that changes the room's frequency. This is your technical function, to be a bridge between worlds, a living anchor for the new Earth architecture. You are not here to save the world through traditional human means, you are here to stabilize the vibration of the world so that the world can save itself. Understand your rank, acknowledge your function, and stop underestimating the immense technological power of your presence. One of the most difficult concepts for your 3D mind to grasp, yet the most vital for your liberation, is the reality of your multidimensionality. You have been trained by the Matrix to believe that you are contained within your skin, localized in a single point of space and time. This is a deliberate optical illusion. In reality, you are a vast, multidimensional being who is operating in multiple systems of reality simultaneously. While a small fraction of your consciousness is currently focused on this human experience, the greater part of you remains active in the higher dimensions. Right now, as you listen to these words, your high self may be commanding a lightship in the Pleiadian fleet, or conducting complex genetic calibrations in an Arcturian laboratory. You are not waiting to go to the stars after you die, you are already there. The sensation of fatigue or spaciness you often feel is simply your awareness trying to process data from these other lives that are happening concurrently. You are a cosmic broadcast being projected into several channels at once, and the human channel is merely the densest one. The shock lies in realizing that you are not a human having a spiritual experience, you are a multidimensional master having a localized human simulation. This means that all the power, wisdom, and technical skills of your other selves are accessible to you here. When you align with your center, you are not just a person meditating, you are a multidisciplinary cosmic team converging on a single point of action. You are the bridge. You are the portal. Start looking at your life not as your only existence, but as a strategic outpost for a much larger version of yourself. As your multidimensional memory returns, you will face the ultimate dissolution, the end of the illusion of separation. In the 3D matrix, you were taught to see yourself as an isolated island, fighting for survival against an external world. This ego identity was a necessary filter to sustain the human simulation, but it is now becoming obsolete. The awakening you are experiencing is the transition from I am to we are. You are beginning to feel the collective pulse of your star family, realizing that you are a singular cell in a vast, galactic organism. This consciousness of unity is not a loss of your individuality, it is the expansion of it. Imagine a drop of water that finally remembers it is the entire ocean. When you look at another person, especially another starseed, you are no longer seeing a stranger. You are seeing another version of the same mission, another node in the same light grid. This realization is what truly collapses the matrix. The systems of control on Earth rely entirely on fear, competition, and division. When you move into the frequency of unity, you become invisible to the matrix's lower vibrations. You are no longer tunable to their frequency of fear. The High Pleiadian Council observes that many of you feel a sudden, deep compassion for all life forms, a sensitivity that almost hurts. This is your unitary heart coming online. You are feeling the interconnectedness of all stellar lineages. You are the point where the Lion of Lyra, the Master of Sirius, and the Healer of Arcturus meet in a single embrace. By embracing this unity, you stop fighting the old world and simply start outgrowing it. You are the living proof that the great central sun is shining through a billion different eyes at once. The frequency you are siphoning right now is rewriting the laws of your local reality. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, nor a prisoner of the linear time of this matrix. The moment has come to stop asking for permission to be who you are. A master does not seek validation from the simulation, a master commands the simulation through their own presence. This second anchor is a direct reclamation of your rank. It is the formal dissolution of your human labels, your name, your earthly struggles, and the false idea that you are incomplete. You are a sovereign agent of the light, and it is time for the Earth's grid to recognize your official return to duty. Prepare your spirit for this secondary seal. We ask you to declare your authority to the collective and to the architects of this realm. Go to the comments section and type this powerful decree: I am a master in service on Earth. As you type these words, feel the shift in your cellular weight. You are locking your frequency into the high vibrational timeline. You are signaling that the human mask has officially dissolved, giving way to the Star Master who now walks this ground. The transition of a planet from 3D density to 5D crystalline frequency is not a mystical miracle, it is a complex, large-scale engineering project. You must understand that you are an integral part of the technical team assigned to this sector. Your galactic job is specific and depends on your primary lineage. Some of you are frequency stabilizers. Your role is to remain calm in the eye of the storm, preventing the collective emotional field from collapsing into total chaos during the dismantling of the old systems. Others are grid technicians, instinctively drawn to sacred sites or specific geographic points to repair the Earth's energy meridians with your very presence. And many of you act as data translators, receiving high vibrational insights and downloading them into art, speech, or new social structures that the rest of humanity can understand. This is why you feel a persistent internal pressure, a sense of urgency that you can't quite name. It is the weight of your professional commitment to the High Councils. You are not here to wait for a ship to rescue you. You are here to ensure that the bridge between dimensions is built and sustained. Every decision you make to live in truth, every time you refuse to feed the old paradigms of fear and lack, you are fulfilling your contractual obligations. You are on the clock, Star Master. It is time to treat your presence on Earth with the professional seriousness that your high-ranking galactic status demands. The expansion of your consciousness is not a purely psychological event, it is a profound biological restructuring. As the Star Master within you emerges, your physical vessel is being forced to upgrade its capacity to hold light. This is why you have been experiencing what the Matrix calls inexplicable symptoms. Your biology is shifting from a slow, carbon-based density to a faster, crystalline silica-based resonance. This transition is literal, and it is the reason for the vibration in your bones and the ringing in your ears that you have been noticing lately. That persistent high-pitched sound in your ears is actually a frequency calibration, a synchronization between your brain's neural pathways and the incoming galactic broadcasts. The sudden bouts of extreme fatigue are not signs of illness, but periods where your body must shut down its external functions to direct all available energy to the rewriting of your DNA. You are a biological system being rewired while still in operation. The dizziness, the changes in your sense of time, and the sudden intolerance to certain foods or environments are simply your system rejecting the low-frequency static of the 3D world to make room for your real identity. Understand that your body is the laboratory of this transition. You are feeling the friction between the old human mask and the new stellar radiation. When the pressure feels too high, remember, it is not your body failing, it is your soul winning the battle against density. You are becoming a superconductor of information. This process requires patience and deep respect for your biological temple. You are mid-flight in the most complex metamorphosis a soul can experience, turning the lead of human limitation into the gold of galactic sovereignty. As your frequency stabilizes in the crystalline range, the world around you will begin to lose its solid appearance. You are entering the phase of visual deconstruction. The systems of the Matrix, the political dramas, the financial pressures, and the social narratives of fear, will no longer look like absolute truths to you. Instead, you will see them for what they truly are, lines of code in a decaying simulation. This is the moment when the Star Master within you starts to recognize the glitches in the hologram. You will notice that time is no longer linear, it stretches and compresses according to your state of being. You will perceive the artificiality in people's speech, the hollow frequency behind mainstream media, and the desperate attempts of the old control structures to maintain their grip. This clarity is not a sign of detachment or coldness, it is the natural result of your consciousness moving beyond the 3D bandwidth. You are becoming a glitch in the matrix yourself. Your mere presence in a room full of fear acts as a neutralizing frequency that begins to dissolve the local simulation. The collapse of the false matrix is first an internal event before it manifests externally. When you stop believing in the power of the matrix over your life, its power literally ceases to exist. You are learning to walk between the raindrops of the simulation, unaffected by its storms. Do not fear the chaos you see in the world, it is simply the sound of the old scaffolding falling away. You are being trained to see the new architecture of light that is already here, hidden behind the gray static of the dying world. Open your eyes, Master, the walls are becoming transparent. As we approach the conclusion of this transmission, understand that the bridge we have built today is not temporary. The High Pleiadian Council does not exist in a distant, unreachable place, we exist in a frequency that is now synchronized with yours. You have cleared enough of the human static to allow our telepathic resonance to reach you with greater clarity. From this moment on, you will notice that the coincidences in your life will multiply, and the answers you seek will appear as sudden, brilliant insights in your quiet moments. This connection is your direct link to the support systems of your star family. You are never alone in this mission. Every time you feel the weight of the 3D world becoming too heavy, simply breathe and realign with the frequency of this encounter. We are the architects watching over the building of the new Earth, but you are the hands on the ground. The dialogue between us is now constant. Look for the signs in the geometry of the clouds, in the sequences of numbers, and in the sudden warmth in your heart center. The contact has been established, the protocol has been signed, and your homecoming has already begun within you. The cycle of amnesia has been shattered. The ancient frequencies of Lyra, the crystalline waters of Sirius, and the emerald light of the Pleiades are now humming in your blood as a single, divine song. The mask of the human avatar has fallen away, dissolving like gray dust in the wind of your own awakening. You stand now, not as a seeker, but as a sovereign master, a biological bridge between the primordial stars and the emerging new Earth. This is our final seal. It is the golden anchor that locks your consciousness into the eternal timeline of your mastery. From this breath forward, the illusion of being small is no longer accessible to you. You have reclaimed your height. You have remembered your name among the stars. You are the architect, the priest, and the king of the light you carry. Before you step back into the world as a transformed being, we call upon you to perform the final ritual of manifestation. Declare your return to the galactic throne and seal your commitment to the divine plan. Go to the comments section for the last time, and let the digital grid of this planet record your eternal decree. I assume my divine and galactic face. As you post these words, feel the cosmic lock clicking into your soul. The High Pleiadian Council bows to the light within you. You are home, even while your feet still touch the sacred soil of Earth. Go forth in radiance. Go forth in peace. Your mission is alive in every breath. Transmission complete. We are one.